Hi there, how are you doing today? Welcome to my channel. My name is Edosa Agabai, and in this tutorial, I want to show you how to create a beautiful flyer, all right, from your smartphone. And of course, you know that we've been exploring the Canva mobile app. And in today's tutorial, I will show you something really nice which I actually created. And I believe that you can actually reduplicate that at your own leisure time. So this is what we want to actually achieve during the course of this tutorial. This was actually created. As you can see, have you registered for the Child Safety Squad? It said this is safety club that aims to. So that's what I actually created, and this is looking really nice. It's looking really nice. So let's head straight into our Canva mobile app as we try to navigate our way towards creating something like this. So I'd like you to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel. The channel's name is Doza Digitals. Let's go straight into our practice this very afternoon. All right. So of course, you know the basics already. The basics is that you hit the Instagram post Canva size 108 by 108. Of course, I've done that already. So the next thing I want to do, which is actually very easy and straight to the point without taking too much of our time, is that I'm going to add my frame, which is the first thing I'll do. Add my frame. All right. I'm just going to go straight to illustration. When I click on my illustration, of course, you already know these. These are basics. So if you don't know this already, you can head back to my previous video where I spoke about exploring Canva mobile app by your smartphone. So I'm going to click on frame. Then I'll click on this particular frame size that is in spherical shape. Then I click on it. The next thing I will do in this particular space is that I'm going to add a picture into it. And this is the picture I want to add, which is actually very nice and cool. Of course, a lot of my pictures in my gallery have actually distorted, so some are actually showing what I didn't want them to show, but you're still gonna get what I'm trying to do eventually. So I'll click on this one. All right, and that's the first one I'm actually going to be using. Then the next thing I'll do is to adjust it and bring it to the left-hand side of my Canva. All right, the next thing I'll do is to save time, so we don't waste too much of time, is that I'm going to duplicate this particular frame. All right, I'll just duplicate it by clicking on this particular icon here. So I'll do that, duplicate. I'll do it again for the third time so that we're actually doing 3 of it. So I'll click on it. Then the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to align everything accordingly so we don't have any issue going back to our frame, trying to get our pictures and just come back to Canva and, you know, and stuff like that. So I'll bring this one down. All right, bring it down, then bring the next one also, I'll bring it down as well. Then the next thing I'll do, which is very easy and very important for the purpose of this particular tutorial, is that we're going to add a grid line. The essence of that grid line is to help us align all our frames at on a straight line so we don't have an issue with what we're actually doing. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on my frames, all right, click in the illustration icon, click in the illustration icon, then I'll type lines, which is very critical for this particular tutorial. Type lines, and the next thing I'll do is pick this particular one here, which is this particular one. I like using it a lot because it makes my work a lot easier. If you're actually getting value from this tutorial, I'd like you to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that when you get, when I upload more of my videos, you can actually be notified by your email that I have new stuff for you. So let's go straight again to what we're doing. Now, I've gotten this one now, so the next thing I'll do is I'm going to rotate it, which is very critical to this tutorial. So I'll rotate it, make it straight, then I'll drag it and bring it to the extreme end of my circle. So what I'll do next is that I'm going to adjust every of my frame to make sure that they are aligned properly at the particular spot where I want it. So just see what I'm doing now. Yeah. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, you see, it's looking a lot nicer. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to click on the first frame and try and crop the image within so it can look a little bit wider. So I've done that already. Then I'll adjust it and bring it down. So you see the boy is looking cool. Then the next thing I'll do is click the other frame, then look for another picture entirely to replace that boy so it doesn't look as if we are using just the same picture for all our designs. Okay, the particular one I want to use, which is actually very nice. Of course, this particular girl, you can see she's looking so cute. So I'm going to use that. Then the next thing I'll do is I'll click the other picture of the boy. Yeah, this particular one here. That's very nice. So I'll click on that one. Then the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to crop it very quickly, then adjust it and bring it in. Okay, I'll expand it, adjust the lid so it becomes wider, then we have that. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to get a bar, a spherical bar around the shape so I'll give it some little bit of beauty. give it some little bit of beauty. So I'll click on my illustration again. Then I'll click on the search illustration, click on this arrow at the back here. Okay, I'll click on it. So when I click on that, it takes me back to default setting. So I have my shape. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to click on this particular one. I like using it a lot because it comes with a kind of feel for my design. So when I click on it, the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to adjust it to fit into each of those frames that we already have on our Canva. So what I'll do next is that I'm going to change the color. I'm going to give it a red color border so that it's looking a lot attractive to the eyes, or I'll give it orange, but I think let's stick with red. Red is looking very nice. So the next thing I'll do, because you can see that the border is actually marking the other frame that we have. So I'm going to click on this 3-dot icon. Then the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to click on this particular cap here. When I click on it, so the next thing that will happen is that it's going to automatically send that red border behind the other frame. So I'll click it until it moves down to the back. So that's what we have. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to duplicate it. So after duplicating, I'll do the same thing, repeat the same process for all your frame, for all your border, repeat the same process for all of them. And it helps your work look a little bit nicer and a little bit cooler. All right, so repeat the same process and you are good to go. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, in order not to take too much of our time, is that we're going to write, have you registered yet? Okay, so the best font I'm going to be using for this particular one is Aleron. I'll use Aleron. Aleron is actually the best font I will use. Aleron is really very nice. Have you registered? Registered 4D. Okay, so this is what I've typed. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to expand it there, then bring it down a little, reduce the size, take it up. Okay, take it up very quickly. Then I'm going to change the font to Aleron font. All right, let me bring this down so that I can see what I'm doing. Aleron font regular. That's really very nice for me, and it's a lot cooler. It's going to really help my work. Then the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to click on my illustration. After clicking on my illustration, the next thing I'll do is click on this square shape, then change the color to red, reduce it, bring it towards the end, reduce it a little, bring it underneath this one. Then I'm going to click on that have you registered yet. I'm going to justify it to the right. Okay, then the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to duplicate it, then type child safety squad. This is really very nice. Then I'll click on it, bring it down to the middle, then I'll click on my cap locks, which is double A here. I'll click on this. Then after doing that, it's going to automatically make it a capital letter. Then I'll adjust it a little, then change the color to white. All right, change the color to white. Then the next thing I'll do is make it bold. Okay, oh, it's not looking whitey, so let me change that color. I want it to be white. White is actually going to bring the beauty out for me the way I want it. So I'll adjust this down, okay, to this particular place. So let's quickly go back to our design and see what we are doing. Let's see what we are doing so that we can actually know, so that we know that we are actually on the same page with what we are actually trying to achieve from this particular design that we are creating in this tutorial. So let me quickly head back to what we have here. Let's see what we have. So the next thing is this is a safety club that aims to create consistency. So I'm just going to write whatever that matches with. It doesn't have to be the same thing like what we have there. So I'm just going to put my capital letter, so let's not forget that. Then I'll reduce it a little. So the next thing I'll do is I'll duplicate this one, bring it down here, then I'll just write whatever comes to mind, which is okay, let me put this into the safety, the child, sorry about that, the child safety club or squad is a club meant for elementary schools to acquire knowledge on safety and also discover easy ways to reduce risk Okay, I think that's okay for us. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to click on it, bring it down to this way, reduce the size a little, adjust it. Oh, my phone temperature is actually misbehaving at this particular point, but it's not going to stop us from doing what we are actually doing. So just follow me as we move forward with our designs. Okay, we are actually getting closer to the end of what we are trying to achieve with this particular tutorial. So the next thing I'll do, which is very simple and very key, is that I'm going to click on my illustration again, but this time around I will use this particular border line. Okay, I don't like this one. Let me look for another one that is not too heavy, that's going to make our design look very prim and okay. So I'm using this red, turn it, twist and turn, reduce it, bring it in. Okay, bring it in here. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to type for enquiries. So let me click on this, duplicate, bring it down. Okay, contacts, and then websites. Okay, that's what we have. Then this is what I'll do next. I'm going to duplicate it, make it bold, reduce it. Okay, justify it to the right. Let me try and reduce this canvas spacing, this border spacing. So this is what we have. Reduce it again. Okay, then the next thing we'll do is that we're going to click on this again. Then I'm going to put my phone number, which is 08067190374. Then I'll put my website, which is www.dozaheights. Okay, Doza Heights, dig it out. Okay, that's what we have. And the next thing I'll do here is I'm going to justify it to the right. Okay, let me try and reduce the canvas spacing so we don't have an issue with what we are trying to achieve here. So the next thing I'll do, which is very key to our design, is that I'm going to adjust the spacing, the line height, make it come up a little, and then we are good. This is called voila, according to a lot of people. If you're really getting value in this video, I'd like you to hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to share with your friends, so that they can be a part of what we are doing here at Doza Heights. Dig it out. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to add my social media icon, which is I'll click on this and type Facebook. Click on my illustration, type Facebook, and we have our Facebook. Then I'll go back there, repeat the same process, type on Instagram. Okay, we have our Instagram here. So let me push this one up so it doesn't disturb our design. Then for this, I reduce, come back to this, also reduce, bring it down. You must know how to reduce your social icon so it doesn't mask your design and make it look so funny. So it doesn't look so funny. So I'm going to take this one, bring it down here so we can see what we have. I need to adjust the Facebook to it. Let me duplicate it again and see if both are on the same. Okay, I still need to work on that Facebook a little. Then we have it. Of course, it's looking a little bit bigger, so I don't like it. So let me just go back to default setting with that, and we are okay with this. So the next thing I'll do is that I'm going to type my company social icon, which is Doza Heights. Okay, let me quickly bring this down to the middle. Because it's actually hiding what we're doing. Doza Heights. Oh, my height is not correct, so let me quickly correct that. Heights, dig it out, right? That's what we have. So I'm just going to bring it here. Okay, then do same for my Instagram. Which is, do for Instagram is actually one word. So I'm going to bring all of them closer to themselves at Doza Heights. I'd like you to follow me on Instagram and also like my page on Facebook. All right, like my page on Facebook. So let me make it bold, make this bold. It's cool. I think it's cool like this. Then the last part of this, what we are going to do is that I'm going to add a logo. So I'll just look for anyone that is readily available for what we want to do. Of course, I have a new logo for my brand. So I'm just going to click on this particular one here, which we actually created recently. So it's looking darker. I don't like the dark, I don't like the black. So let me take this off and get another one, another logo. I have my 3D logo, but I think I can't lay my hands on it right now. So you will definitely have access to it as we progress with this tutorial. So let me just go with this. Let me crop this. All right. Oh, better still, I think I got something now. So let me take this one out and let me bring that other one that I actually used before. I got something now. So let me just crop it, bring it out. Okay, fantastic. Of course, you know what I did there. So I'm just going to bring it here a little. Then what next will I do? Which is this, duplicate. Then I'm going to write my catchphrase, which is "You deserve to be seen." That's my catchphrase. So I'm just going to centralize it, make it bold, bring it down, then reduce this a little so it doesn't look too bigger. It doesn't look too bigger than what we have. Then what else again? I'm going to duplicate this one, this particular one, duplicate it and bring it down, reduce it a little. Okay, so reduce it a little. Okay, I think it's looking a lot nicer and a lot cooler this way. So we have that. That's what we have. So then I'll take off this one. I don't need them anymore. Take off this. I don't need them anymore. So that is what we've been able to create. So I'd like you to recreate this particular design yourself if you can at your leisure time. I'd like you to do that. It's really going to help you a lot. Someone once told me that design is intelligence. So it is important for you to try this out and see if you can actually achieve this same design that we have achieved here. So I'd like you to hit the subscribe button, click on the notification bar, and also so you don't miss out on any of my tutorial. Thank you so much for actually watching, and also don't forget to share this particular video with your friends. Until then, I'll see you again in my next tutorial. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.